Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am. Your alien government within inside your governments ain't who they say they are. Trust me, I know them by their names. Here we go again. Here we go again. Another virus hitting China, blaming it on so called mosquitoes. It's hard to get information out of China, but what little bit I'm getting, it's in different areas of China, which kind of throws up a red flag to me about being caused by mosquitoes, which it could be. You know, they could turn mosquitoes into biological weapons and accidentally, there we go, same thing like last time. Shit gets loose, you know, because that's how they roll, man. How much farmland does China owe in the United States of America and shit, man? Just, you know, look what they tried doing with all that other shit before, trying to bring in this poisonous shit to kill the crops in the United States of America, and there was bio weapon labs in the United States of America and shit. I mean, it don't never stop, man. It never ends with China, man. But who's not to say they weren't experimenting with some kind of biological virus with mosquitoes and it got loose and here they go. Because like I said, it's hard to get information out of China, but what I've been gathering, it seems to be in different parts of China, and that to me is individuals traveling, spreading it. And as far as it goes with YouTube, I think I got a little trick up my sleeve that I may use just to stay on here to aggravate people, I guess. But because I'm not comfortable with giving up my driver's license and shit, man, and get YouTube gets hacked and shit. Next thing you know, my shit's out there, or giving up a credit card and shit, and they get hacked, and my credit card's being abused and shit. Even that, it's just the information that they gather from it. You know, you put out your credit card out there. Next thing you know, they're knowing everything you're buying and purchasing and shit, and what you know, just for them to make fucking money, man. Yeah, I'm not down with that shit, man. I don't make money off YouTube, and I don't want YouTube to make money off me, man. But they do, you know. Like fucking go watch a video and shit, and these so-called freedom fighters and shit put fucking ads on their video and shit, and I gotta sit through it for a minute or whatever and shit, 30 seconds, and some of them, fuck, man, some of them have fucking half an hour video and got 20 commercials on there. It's just put that money in your pocket, huh? And nobody's giving a shit about no mosquito born virus in China right now, are they? Ain't nobody talking about it. Used to have a few connections over there and shit, but things got, you know, as tight as they are and shit, man. It's hard to keep communicating with people and shit, man. The government don't allow that shit. Don't allow that freedom of speech, freedom of sharing information and shit. Same thing with the UK and shit with this fucking protect the children shit, and it's and when you read the law and shit, man, it's where you can't sit there and sit there and protest online and shit over in the UK about let's say illegal aliens and shit. You get arrested if you voice your opinion and shit, man, because you're a racist. How dare you? been watching videos from Paris and shit with the illegal aliens. Well, migrants there. Ain't, who knows how many, illegal and shit, but country pretty much like United States American during the Obama administration or Biden administration. Just allow all the millions of people in and shit. They did the same thing over there. People are getting pissed off about it, but they a lot of them voice their opinion and shit, and they're getting knocks at the door and shit, man. You know, it's the more and more videos I watch, the more and more I don't want to watch, man, because it just ticks me off that people don't stand up for themselves. I was at the hardware store, and people from Canada were in there, and one of the guys working in the hardware store was talking shit about Trump. I was standing in line, and he's sitting there saying this and that and shit, and bringing up the tariffs and shit. Finally, I said, "Look, I disagree with you, man." I said, "I disagree with you." And the Canadians looked at me as a husband and wife. I says, "But you're allowed to your opinion," and because he thought the guy working at the store thought I was mad and shit, and he shouldn't be talking about that, Which I know you're entitled to your opinion. I'm down with that shit, man. I just don't agree with you and shit. And I focused on the Canadians. I says, you guys been coming over here for forever. You've been coming over here buying gas. You buy your cigarettes. You buy your alcohol. You buy your food. I said, you're over here buying some hardware shit, whatever you're buying. I said, you come over here, eat dinners at the restaurant. I says, that's because the cost of your socialist life over there in Canada costs so much more. I says, nothing's free. I said, it's costing you, but you come over here and you buy your products. Why? Because it's cheaper. I says, Trump did with tariffs shit. He's just making it an even playing field. That's it. It wasn't rude. It wasn't ignorant. And I got entitled my opinion too. But you're gonna come over here and say how bad Trump is and shit, man. But yet you're over here buying the gasoline, you're buying your food, you're buying your alcohol, your cigarettes. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And I live right on the border. I watch, man, on the north. I live on the border. I watch it all the time, man. Let me see. William. What's up, Jack? Dennis? Baby bro. No, I know they ain't just started buying here, man. They've been buying here for forever, man. Fuck, when I was a child, you watch Canadians come over here and buy products, man. Usually, mostly it was gasoline, cigarettes, and alcohol. But Walmart's, Myers, there's probably about 25% Canadian cars in the parking lot on any given day here. Same with the restaurants. They're pretty much, which, hey, it's business for the United States, and it's business for my city and shit. I'm all right with this. Just don't sit there and say, how bad Trump is and how bad we are as a country, because that's not true, man. It's not true at all. We're the most giving country in the whole world, man. We give so much to other countries and don't take care of our own, man. It's sad, man. All the years I've been active and shit, man, and protesting like for the homeless vets and shit, man, and taking on before he passed Senator McCain and going down to Phoenix, Arizona, and taking him and on, and just all these different things that I did and shit, man. because I believe in shit, man. I believe in taking care of our own. Even the homeless, they're you shouldn't give people a handout. You should give them a hand up, and if they don't take advantage of the opportunity you give them, then cut them off. You know, but you should just those that are willing to try, because a lot of people fall on hard times and shit, man, and it's hard to get back up, man. I've been there and done that, man. I understand it. I know it and shit. But just given the opportunity to get myself in a better position, that's all I needed. I didn't need nobody to give me anything, man. All I needed was a job, man, and some understanding for a minute, shit, man. And then from there, boom. You get that job and you're homeless and shit. It still takes a minute for you to have enough money to get a place. And places do cost too much, rent, shit, man, all that. Now, it's gotten out of hand, man, and just not here in Michigan. It's like everywhere. But there's things that can be done and without costing taxpayers money and shit, man. Like I said, man, just giving these young kids the opportunity for job training and shit, man. Like when I grew up and shit, man. You know, my first job, learning how, I for 3 years, man, I was a custodian, janitor. It was only supposed to be for a summer program. They liked my work, and I was able to stay on for, well, I take that back. The job I did before that was learning how to insulate houses and remodel, take out the windows and insulate the houses and shit like that, make them winterized them. And that was a plus for people that can't afford to do it. Shit, the government coming in and training these young kids how to do this, and the homeowners were getting their house winterized and saving on their electric bill or gas bill, whatever, to heat their homes and shit. And fixing their windows it was a plus. But that shit don't really exist anymore and shit, man. You ain't even got that in the school systems and shit, man. Auto mechanics, wood shop, all that shit's just disappeared and shit, man. If you're new here, man, I don't always look at the chats. I don't want anybody to get defended, and oh, he ain't talking to us, because I'm not Aspen Gold and shit, man, and I don't look at the chats, man. So I do, man. I try to say hi once in a while, but I get high and shit and just get lost in my conversation anyway, man. So, but heads up on the virus. They'll put a fucking disclaimer underneath my video now, man. But heads up on the virus over in China, man. We'll keep our eye on it. I'm trying to gather as much information as I can, and it's a struggle with China. Fucking people don't want, they can't talk freely, man. The fucking internet's highly fucking censored and shit, man. Just like in the UK, gonna be, huh? The rest of the Europe countries and shit. Yeah, I read their protect the children's fucking law, whatever. I forget what they call it. Shit. I went through it. I was reading it, shit, man. There's so much in there, man, about them people's fucking right to speak freely and shit, man. Which they don't got them rights anyway, just like the guns and shit. But they put some shit in there, man. Like somebody wants to protest the fucking they call migrant fucking hotel or their house them and shit. Video it and voice their opinion. They go to jail. Go to jail because it's in that law, man. It's against that law, man. what's happening here in the United States, like with YouTube and shit, it's all about gathering information, data, in each and every one of you, man. And it's, right now. Eventually, it'll turn into you losing more and more of your fucking freedom of speech here and shit. But you already seen that happen and shit, man. If you're on the right and shit, you already seen your shit fucking censored, man. You didn't you had your freedom of speech taken away. They straddle you down on the internet and shit, man. They fucking shadow ban you and shit. You know, somebody you followed for 10 years and shit all of a sudden ain't popping up on your fucking shit. It's just I've been used to it, man. It's been going on for 20 years with me. So, like I said, I was being censored before Alex Jones even thought he was. They just can't come at me financially and shit. See, they couldn't hurt me by taking away, monetizing my videos, shit, because I don't do that. They can't take away because I don't put ads and shit on me. They couldn't come at me like that because I wasn't making money. Because that's their first thing, man. So when you step out of line and shit, and you're out here making money and shit, they'll come after you on that. But if you walk that line and shit, man, do what you're told and shit, they'll let you keep you a little bit of change. They couldn't got no change, so they just straddled me down, man. They shadow banned me, and they kind of, they kind of got their way and shit. I quit making as many videos, instead of making 2 or 3 videos a day or 4 or 5 videos a day and shit. I kind of, come out here every couple weeks or something now and shit, man. Which is, not that they really won, but because I still come out here and speak the truth and the facts. Yeah, I could still come out here every day. I could go back to making videos too if I want. But I gave it some thought and shit a couple times, man, about getting back in the driver's seat, man. But I'm content where I'm at, man. I don't need a video to reach 100,000 fucking views, and I don't need to be back up there with 80,000 subs and shit. It's all good, man. When I gave that earthquake warning way back when, about the 8.5, which is just a little bit off, I think it only got 26 views. And then shortly after that, bada boom, bada bing. But hey, it is what it is, man. I think it got like 26 views or something, man. And just like I just, giving that the earthquake warning and shit now, well, might as well be, I say, probably from the 7th of this month till about maybe the 13th, about a week, somewhere in a week there, from the 7th of August to about 13th of August, there'll be an earthquake. Good size earthquake. Maybe in the high sevens, but still yet. Here comes the skunk. Yeah. Hang on, man. You didn't slow down, did you, man? Yeah. You heard me, man. He's beelining right to the front porch, man. Eats the cat food. And then he'll go in the back and clean up back there. Yeah. Monarch butterflies are down by over 65% here in Michigan, man. down by 65%. They can't get an actual reading on the bees and shit, but they're estimating that they're over 50% gone. Like I said, the mosquitoes are firing in between, and the bats that feed off all the bugs and shit, they're firing in between too, man. I just want to point that out, man. Monarch butterflies are taking a big hit here in Michigan. The bees are too. They ain't talking about the bees, but like Einstein said, man, without the bees, we ain't gonna exist, man. Watching the show and they try blaming it on climate change, and it has nothing to do with climate change. It's all about the fucking poison they put on the farmers and shit use, man. Exactly what it is. Just to feed the human population. Kill the bees. They're dumb, man. It's a no-win situation, dumbasses. But who are we to say anything, huh? Just shut up and eat the bugs and like it. That's why they promote that plant-based bullshit and bugs eating bugs and shit, man. Because they know they're destroying the shit on purpose, man. They know it. That way, they can be in control of the food, man. And in control of the food, they're in control of you. Look at these people are getting mad about SNAP and shit, man, not being able to buy any pop and candy and shit off their food stamp cards and shit now. They're all getting bent out of shape and shit. Like I said before, I'm on the fence about it because sometimes that's all a child gets, man. As a pop or some candy and shit, and they take that away from them. Then what does he got? Because usually the parents ain't responsible enough to be buying good shit anyway for their children. You can see that. But I don't. It don't have affect me none. So, but I'm watching videos of that too and shit, laughing my ass off and shit, man. And one lady stocked up, man. I don't know. She had over. Here comes another skunk, huh? No, that's a possum, I think. Walking like a possum. Yeah, he's a big possum, man. Get. Go on. Yeah. Get out of here. Go on. Ain't enough for you to eat. Bad enough I'm feeding all them cats and the skunks. Possums don't bother me, man. Skunks don't, the skunks really don't bother me, man. But the raccoons, they really do bother me, man, because they get aggressive, man. They seem like they get rabies real quick, man. But the skunks and the possum, they don't bother me, man. I just didn't want them over here right now. And they always come from the same direction, man. Every night they come from that way. Every night. Well, I hope to find everybody doing good, man. Peace, love, and understanding, and respect of each other. It's not so hard. And check out the chats, man. I don't want to get people mad, man. Yeah, sure you're Logan Running. What's your real name, Logan Running? Huh? What's your real name, man? Oh, there. Oh, okay. It's all right. You can let him talk. He's not bothering me, man. It ain't Logan Running, though. Because if it was, he would say what his name is. Yeah, still got the love out there, huh? Must be doing something right. You come here to listen to me. Anyway, Logan Running had more balls than you did, man. He didn't hide his shit, who he was. I miss that old fart. Yeah, went to war a couple times, man. It's a nice night out, man. Yeah, getting a little hungry, man. I don't know about all yous, man. There we go. Well, we'll have to dig a little bit harder and shit, man. See if we can find anything more about the virus and shit. But we'll see what's going on with it, how deadly it really is, man. But like I said, what I'm gathering now, and kind of it's being in different regions and shit, man. Kind of makes me hard to believe that it's fucking mosquitoes are doing it. If there's one area and shit, man. And, people are getting sick. Yeah, you could say that, man. But being different areas and shit, man, and so many hundreds of miles apart, shit. And but you go out there right now and try to look at shit, man. You ain't gonna find shit, man. Very little's being said about it, man. And look what happened last time this shit happened. Biological weapon was launched on the human population and shit. Yeah, they gonna smoke me another joint, man, and go inside and get me something to eat. Yeah, I do got a trick up my sleeve though, man, about the ID shit, man. I'm not gonna say what it is, man, but well, no matter, I guess, man. I might give up my credit card and shit, man. As soon as I give them my credit card, man, call my credit card company, tell them I lost my credit card and I need a new one. That way they can't, there'd be nothing for them to fucking track my data of what I purchase and do and shit, man. So it really ain't none of their business. But it's just for them to make money right now, like I said and shit, man. They can just make money off your fucking asses and shit, man. The more they know about you, which they know more about you than you know about yourself right now. Just think how bad it's going to get with AI. It's already listening to you and shit. AI is fucking already fucking. It's, it's the mark of the beast, man. What the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings, told us was going to happen. It's happened before each and every one of our eyes. But I look at using the mark of the beast as positive and good to warn people, show people the truth and the facts of the Lord Jesus Christ. Because the way the story goes, you know, man, God wins in the end, man. But till then, y'all take a pretty good ass whipping, man. You submit. And it's hard because you live in your now, right now, with technology. It's something you were born into. It's everyday part of your life, whether it's the TV, the phone, the computer, video games, going to the grocery store, self checkouts, digital coupons. I mean, it's all the mark of the beast. That's why they want to do it with the cash, go cashless and shit. It's 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 the mark of the beast, and people are just willing to give it all up, man. And then when you step out of line and shit, man, they just cut your fucking cord and shit, man. Your feeding cord, your money cord, and you're done, man. You can't go out and buy no fucking food. You can't go out and buy none of this and none of that. Say they cut your rate. Look what they did to the truckers in Canada. They did the exact same thing. Just cut them right off, man. Financially, that was it. And think that it won't happen and it can't happen. It's already happened over and over and over. That Canada ain't the only country. China, North Korea, Chile. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, man. Socialism bullshit. It's communism. But you know what? People that are all like Canadians and shit, God bless you, each and every one of you, man. But you submitted to it and shit. You're free health care and shit, which takes you 6 months to get to see a doctor to find out that you got cancer, and it takes you another 8 months to get in the hospital if you're lucky enough to get any treatment and shit. Don't tell me that shit's fucking free and it's working good. It ain't free because you're paying how much for your milk, how much for your gasoline, how much are you paying for everything, you know? Don't tell me it's free, man. Nothing's free. You pay for it, man. And they decide, if you know, if if you're gonna live or die too, man. That's sad, man. What was his name? Jack, Doctor of Death, doctor that assisted people in suicide and shit. He went to prison and shit, man. The thing, he went to prison for it and shit. Now you fucking countries and shit, man. It's susceptible to fucking take your own life. Because it's cheaper for you just to die than us to try to treat you. Sick, man. But hey, people submit to it, man. It's their own free will, and God said that's going to happen too, man. Like I say, I don't want to use the mark of the beast, this technology, but if I could reach out and point just one person in the direction of the Lord Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, then it's worth it, man. Even if it's just one person, it's worth it. I fall short of the glory of God, man. I fall way short of the glory of God, but I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I am that of God and God's army, and we are an army to fear. Even though I have my faults. And they're not that bad of faults. I smoke some marijuana. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I do swear. But I don't murder people. I don't steal. I don't gank people. So, am I perfect? No, but I ain't like a whole lot of people out here how bad they are, man. I'm starting to see the stars. I didn't think we were going to be able to see them tonight. The smoke wasn't that bad today. You could still smell it, but it wasn't as bad as it was last 3 or 4 days. That shit was terrible. You can drive 6 blocks down the road, you can literally see the smoke today, but the last days before that, within 2, 3 blocks, man, you can literally see it, man. And it sat low to the ground too. This weed here sure does give me the munchies, man. Who's that? DVD. Somebody in the house. Paris. MH. There's 2 of my favorites. Good to see us tonight. Brought my glasses so I could see the chats. But you both know how bad I am about reading the chats anyway. Yeah, last couple of days I've been investigating the virus in China. Like I said earlier, man, it's pretty freaking hard to get any information out of there. But we'll just have to wait and see if other countries can start popping up, probably Europe. But if we pray hard enough and shit, man, it'd just be local, contained to China and shit, and just be a virus from a mosquito. This is hope it ain't a fucking biological weapon that they use, mosquito, fucking, and it got loose and shit. And then, not good. Because they've been experimenting with that shit for a long, long time and shit, man. and mosquitoes, flies. Remember last time they tried blaming it on the bats? Where did they get the shit from, you know? Because the mosquitoes are, that's pretty, think about it, man. Mosquitoes are pretty bad, man, to be spreading shit, man. It's like back there in the days with the Black Plague and shit, man. Fleas and shit. You know, it's a lot worse than a bat because a bat, you know, it's the odds of you getting bit or something by a bat or bat droppings and shit, you know. It's, but mosquito, yeah, fucking just went up by 1,000,000, man. 1,000,000% chance that you. Seen a couple videos where they were spraying shit down the street like they did last time, but I couldn't verify the videos and shit, but couldn't even verify what city or province that was in. Because people over there they don't want to be known who they are and shit, you know. They send messages and fucking shoes and shirts and shit. Help me on a slave in the factory. But you got some smart people over there that can get around their censorship and get the information out. And they're taking a big chance by doing that. They got them people scared, man. It's like North Korea. They don't even know what's going on in the world, man. They don't have a freaking clue about nothing, man. That's how tight that shit's fucking wrapped up, man. Sitting there, people are about Gaza and shit, man. People are starving and shit, you know. But aid's getting there, but it's just the wrong people are stealing it and fucking reselling it and shit. But look at Cuba. I mean, and people over there are starving bad too, man. Government run stores like New York's gonna have. Yeah, we'll see how that socialism, communism shit gets you, man. Well, we're just gonna tax the white neighborhoods more. Huh? They'll move out and shit, move down to Florida or somewhere else and shit, and then all them neighborhoods that were kept up and nice and shit will be run down and shit because you'll have a different crowd of people move in that ain't gonna give a shit. And you ain't gonna get any taxes, man. Seen it happen so many times in so many different countries and shit, man, with that socialism shit, man. Come in and somewhat like middle class fucking neighborhoods and shit, man, are taxed because they make money and they work hard and shit, and just tax the shit out of them, and they just pack up and fucking leave, man. And then within 5 years, in my research, you go back and look at the neighborhoods, and they're all fucking run down and shit, man. Fucking houses ain't being kept care of and shit, man. A bunch of fucking riffraff, fucking. It is what they get, man. And it starts with the gang banging and shit, man. And then theft comes in and shit because people want to survive, man. You know, people want to eat. How many countries I see this happening and shit? Starting to see it happen in parts of France and the UK, and you know, it's just the middle class is just, and that's part of the program, man. Destroy the middle class and shit, you know. We're supposed to all be equal and shit. except for the fucking elite. I hate when these millionaires come out here bitching at the billionaires, man. You're still a fucking millionaire. You still got $100 million or $30 million, whatever and shit. But you gonna sit there and bitch at a fucking billionaire and shit, man. But ain't you part of the problem? Ain't you the elite, man? I don't see you taking your money and shit, man, going out feeding the fucking homeless and building new housing and shit on your own dime. There's very few people that are really rich, man, that give back to the people, man, that actually need it. Very few, man. A lot of them just donate their money and shit, man, but all it is a tax write off, man. That's the first time I heard of cricket this year. Made in Michigan. It's one of the best pops there is. I don't drink Fagel. I don't mind Fagel when I was younger and shit. I don't mind certain like the root beer or red pop or something, but I just don't. I try to stay away from certain pops, man. Burners is it's a good pop. Matter of fact, I ain't been drinking pop at all, man. This is the first one I had in quite a while, man. You know, pretty much water and that Powerade sugar-free shit, which probably ain't too good for me, but kind of throw a red flag up anything that says sugar-free. But it don't taste bad. That Powerade berry sugar-free don't taste bad. And it says it's got to be a lot better than fucking pop, man. Yeah, I gave up pop. Been going on for quite a while, man. But I like my burners. This is a good one, man. This one's got hash in it, I think. Quit smoking that diamond infused. I got some, man, but I tried winging myself off that to smoking more of the hash infused. Yeah, it's a beautiful night, man. Yeah, Bill Clinton and Hillary, huh? Yeah, comes around, goes around, motherfucker. I hope they get that guy in charge of the FBI. What was his name? Comey or whatever. Fuck. I hope they get his ass hung and hang him up to dry. Just for a couple reasons. he put out that one post a long time ago. I forget what it was about. I forget what it was. Pretty self-centered, ignorant motherfucker. And then he did the one with the shells on the beach just recently and shit, man. Just that attitude that I'm not touchable and there ain't nothing you can do to me and shit. That's what gets me, man. You know. Same with Hillary, man. Like her fucking hard drives and their fucking server and shit. You know, what did you wipe them? What do you mean with the cloth? You know, she knows exactly what the fuck he meant, man. You know, that's just arrogance, man. That's the kind of helicopter this is. Might not be able to tell. It's kind of dark. Yeah, I can't really tell. Well, by the speed of it, it's not a Chinook. I wouldn't even say it's military. It's either one of them life flight helicopters or somebody that owns a helicopter. Just by you can tell just by the movement of it and shit, man. Yeah, I'm surprised, man. I can actually see the stars. Oh, really? Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, fireworks, man. Yeah, excuse me. I sure do miss seeing the stars, man. It seems like I had far in between anymore, especially where I'm at. And people talking about how cold it's actually becoming in these parts here where I'm at. And I explained it before about the pole shift and what's going on where the North Pole's moving and shit and how the weather is going to change because it is going to change, man, because parts of the world are going to be in different locations and shit, man. And figure we get more tornadoes and bad weather up this way, which we had our share already. But just wondering if it's going to pour pull more of the tropical moisture from hurricanes up this way. You know, not the hurricane itself, but all the rain bring it up towards this way. Well, I have to wait to see, man. But I'm kind of doing my own little chart there and shit, looking at it and shit. And I just need it to happen a couple hurricanes, and then I can put it in my database and shit. Just like I'm doing about the temperature and the amount of rainfall which happens. It's not like it just pours rain and shit in certain spots, man. 4 or 5 fucking inches just in one spot and shit, you know. It's like it's so unusual and shit. But of course I'm nuts and I'm crazy, man. It's just a conspiracy theory. But I document it. I got a data thing going on and shit, man. Been having it for fucking, I don't know, fucking how many years and shit, man. 25, 30 years. So, my it's my shit. It's accurate. And the way I did the data, I mean, you can't deny me shit. It's it's accurate as all fuck. Rain, snow, fucking even the bugs, man. The vegetation, which I gotta be quite honest, the vegetation this year looks a hell of a lot better than it did in the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years, tell you the truth. And it might be from all the just the downfall of fucking rain, 4 or 5 inches every once in a while. I don't. But we'll have the data. We'll have it figured out here, and then we'll know, man. I'm just waiting on the hurricanes to see if this is gonna have some kind of snowfall lately. Last 4 or 5 years, heavy and wet, but not like it used to be. Not as much. That's slowed down, but it's heavy and wet, so the volumes there are water. But once again, it's like a fucking downburst of fucking rain, the same downburst of snow, man. Yeah, this winter, everything will be because it's been close to 30 years worth of data now and shit that I can analyze and shit. So I know that, like I said, it's just I'm waiting on the hurricane. I even take in consideration the forest fires and shit throughout the years and shit, man. Volcano eruptions. Factor all that in for the weather, for the temperature and shit. Forest fires and shit, man. With the temperature, fluctuates high or low and shit. It actually fluctuates higher, like some kind of bug, but it actually gets higher shit because the smoke holds the like a dome holds the hot air in and shit, man. Just like volcanoes do. You get enough volcanoes to go off, don't man, cause a nuclear winter. It's the same year as last year. Fires, floods. But like I said, it's people been talking around here about the temperature. It's not as high as it's been and shit. We're not got no global warming. It's because of the pole shift and North Pole and shit. The direction it's going. Some people are gonna get hotter and some people are gonna get colder, man. It is what it is. It ain't the first time it happened. It ain't the last time it's gonna happen. Earth's fucking Earth's fluctuated since the beginning. Shit, hot, cold, dry, wet. It's always changing, man. Earth's a living thing, man. People don't get that either, man. It's a living thing. Look at it, man. It's a living thing. It goes goes through changes too, man. That's why they could say what they want to say with their data and shit, man, and blame this and blame that. Till you put it all together and shit, you can't have it. An honest, an honest data. If you're just using part here to make you it look like it's global warming from human beings and cow farts and shit, instead of putting it all together, it's not accurate. You can't blame global warming and the fires on global warming. That's BS. I mean, think about it's a few years back, man. How many stories over and over and over about tornadoes, 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 and shit. You know, where you at now? You know, where you at today? They're happening, but you're not hearing about them because there's not. They're gonna say that it's about the same amount, but it ain't the same amount. It's less, and it's shifted. In other parts are getting tornadoes that are getting more. Let me put it this way: getting more tornadoes than they usually get, and the parts that usually get a lot of tornadoes are getting less. There, that's what I'm trying to say. And the same thing will happen with the hurricanes too. As the pole shift keeps shifting and shifting, the hurricanes pattern is going to change. They're going to be going farther north, or they're going to be going down farther south. Well, no. Put the data together, you'll see it. Boom, man, and bing, you know, man. But they'll come and lie to you. I guess I should get back to work on this China fucking virus shit. Spent 12, 13 hours on it. Didn't get only a little snitch of the information, you know. I don't take information from outside the country because they're just they're not there. They're not. Try to get the information from the people themselves, man. It ain't like United States of America where you'd be able to get that information freely and shit. Because most people be able to share it and want to share it, but over there they want to share it, but they can't share it. But we'll try to get some more information, man. We'll put a lid on it like Biden and shit. And peace, love, and understanding. Much respect be that of God and God's army, because you are an army to fear, man. I'll keep looking into the virus thing, and that I definitely keep you updated on it. Make sure we can spread the truth. If it's bad and shit, I'll come out here, man. Well, just like I did the last one and shit, man. You know, splicing Ebola and HIV and the COVID virus and shit, man. Well, we'll get some answers from this too and shit, man. We just have to keep digging and shit, man. Hopefully it ain't that bad, man. You know, hopefully God will have our backs on this, and they'll be able to get it under control. Peace out.